Okay, we're recording on everything. Capture's on. Mode's on.
I was told there'd be whiskey. Just trying to get some.
Who told you there was going to be whiskey?
I would like whiskey. That's a good idea.
Go! I was walking in the park one day, in the very merry month of May.
It was 1989, the year of the Rapture. Wait. Well, not really the Rapture, just my friend Ryan's 8th birthday party. And what was nice about Ryan's 8th birthday party was that we got to go to Showbiz Pizza. What was great about birthdays at Showbiz Pizza was the ball pit, and the animated corpses that they had on stage that sang to you. The point is that this was the date that I got to play one of the greatest co-op games I've ever played. And I got to spend like $40 doing it. This is where it all began for me. This is where I first played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. Hello, my name is Everett Edward, and welcome to the greatest low-budget attempt at internet variety show this world has ever known. I hope you enjoy our feature set on one of the best coin-op classics we can remember. This is Debacle.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is one of those special franchises because even now in my 30s, every time I hear like the theme song for the cartoon, or I hear something off of the soundtrack from like the first live action movie, I get all excited and like my goosebumps on my arm. And
so Turtles in general, I think I'm pretty sure I saw the cartoon first, and then very quickly became obsessed with the toys soon after that.
A friend of mine loved the Turtles, and he was fat. He still is fat. I mean, just really fat.
So far as the game, I think the first time I played it was at a camp with my grandparents. So they'd always take me and my cousins out camping for a week, and we'd go up to the commissary and just dump quarters into that machine the entire week.
He showed me a picture of one of the turtles and the mouse. That was, I don't know, probably 1990 maybe, 89, 88. But yeah, he's fat.
And it takes me back to that time when I was that middle school time, like right before before high school and before the hormones get crazy. It's like the end of innocence. And that's the Turtles for me.
The Turtles franchise got its start in the form of a one-off comic in May of 1984, only to spring into stardom after its immense popularity required its creators Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird to reassess that decision. Today, the franchise has now spawned into one of the most successful creative ventures known, carving its influences out through numerous toy lines, comic runs, television series, video games, and motion pictures over the course of over 30 years of reinvention and inspired interpretation. The arcade game Classic was the first entry for the Turtles in the video game market, allowing up to 4 players to adventure together to take down Shredder themselves. Published by Konami and based off the hit television series, the game released in the spring of 1989 and would go on to feature a plethora of ports and sequels on numerous console platforms.
So today we will be playing the classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game, 4-player, which is key.
Special.
Which was basically a way to lose all of your money as a child.
I am Leonardo.
And I'm Raphael.
Donatello. And that's all of them right there. That's all we're gonna get. When things get tough, turn the controller on.
Michelangelo!
Yeah.
wearing a bed. It's like last week.
Yeah, that's...
Did we get you at a bad time?
The fuck is that?
Fuck is what? What?
You're wearing a robe.
I'm always wearing a robe. It's fucking Saturday. I'm wearing the robe as a comfort piece, a place where I can live inside of it, as opposed to it living outside on me. So I bring it as a touchstone. Well, it's softer than a stone, but that was just a figure of speech. It was more of a place to, I don't even know how to put it really. Some people might think of it as a disguise. I don't see it that way. I think touchstone is probably what I would describe it as.
Is there a special bar that you can fill up?
No, that's way too modern.
I wish there was a leprosy button. I don't even know who am I?
Exactly. I don't know where I am on the screen.
You're gonna have a seizure.
Yeah.
This is the most practical use of a drill.
Who am I not hitting?
Well, I got 3 specials
Made of
on before I
invisible.
got shell shocked.
Does shell shock imply death?
Well, I don't know what it is. I think it's just PSTD. Oh,
Congratulations.
that fuck nut took our broad. What are we fighting for here?
Alongside one of the greatest coin-op games of my lonely, isolated childhood came the first of a series of console interpretations that would follow. Launching in the fall of '89, Ultra Games unleashed upon unsuspecting children everywhere the most difficult game since Wedlock. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the NES can only be described as an epiphany for Satan's demon horde. Let's put hell on an 8-bit cartridge, then blame a small Japanese company. If the game were any more punishing, it would have come with its own alcoholic father and a ticket to a Bears game. With over 4 million copies sold, the game successfully fooled everyone into thinking you could actually get past level 3 and save Master Splinter from his mutation. That's right. His mutation. Because honestly, what good is a ninja dropkick to the face if you can't look good doing it? Anyway, according to this pleasant foreign interpretation, Splinter's mutation is less like a feature set that embodies the plight of a character, and really just more like a bad case of gout. Curable only by the bubble gun. That's right. The bubble gun, carried by Shredder. I'm just going to let you have that one for a minute. We're just going to sit with that for a minute. Nintendo games were never known for their amazing stories, but by comparison, Final Fantasy might as well have been the Old Testament. If you're going to pick this one up again for old-timey sake, remember how stubborn and impressionable you were as a small child, and how that annoyed everyone around you.
My favorite turtle has got to be Donatello, who's I play today. I think mostly because his weapon is the coolest, and it was the easiest to fabricate from stuff lying around the house. It's just a broom handle.
Yeah.
Who was it in the cartoon that was most adamant about wanting to have an interspecies relationship with April?
Well, in the new cartoon,
Which cartoon?
in the new cartoon, it's Donatello, but I don't know. In the old one, I think it was Michelangelo.
In the newest live action movie, it was Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Oh, down in the hole. My favorite turtle was Michelangelo growing up. You'll notice that I played as Raphael today because I wasn't funny enough for you. And apparently my fucking disposition is more like Raphael.
Cowabunga.
You're all a bunch of freaking jerks.
He's Master Hart.
You know, the turtles are really just an analogy or a metaphor of life in general. Aren't we all really just fighting the foot so that we can get out of our own little sewers?
Whoa, man.
You know, now that you put it that way.
Michelangelo had the yellow Lone Ranger mask thing, and the two sticks, and they were tied together. And when I would go down the hole, the sticks would be the last thing you'd see from when you go in the hole. And then there'd be, I don't know if it was supposed to be, but eyes would be there as well.
Who put the lights out? Who put the lights out?
You got an achievement for that.
I took a whole different approach, but I noticed that I kind of metamorphosized throughout the game. I mean, constantly growing as a turtle, as a mutant, and as a ninja. But I'm just gonna stand here and look at the camera.
You seem a little upset.
Start pulling your weight.
After the debacle that was the first Turtles game. See what I did there? See that? Konami saw fit to actually release Turtles Arcade as a sequel to the original the following year. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 was a graphically inferior two-player version of the game that had me calling my friend every weekend for a month to come over and play it. The game was great for a number of reasons. The very first was the fact that I was 9, and I enjoyed things. That goes quite a long way for any game, actually, just being 9. The rest were simple additions that made the game better for the living room. Things like a kick that actually worked, the inclusion of our favorite Baxter Stockman in fly form. There were also 2 additional levels. The first, an ice level with a greaser polar bear doing his best Fonz, and the second, a samurai dojo on the south side of Jersey. Okay, I never really liked the dojo. I wanted to like the dojo, but there's something about a zombie warrior with a floating head and a poor disposition that I just didn't... I didn't connect with it, because it sucked. There was this warrior guy at the end. He was hard. He was really hard. He ruined it for me, and I hardly ever got past that level, because he was a bitch. And he would hit me in the face, and I would die. And it sucked, because I wanted to see the end of the game, but that didn't happen. Why would that happen? Because I was busting my ass. So yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I thought it was the worst, best thing that happened to the game. Regardless, this is a must-have for any Nintendo owner, and will always have a special place in my shrunken, bitter heart.
It seemed to me that Raphael was on the screen a lot, and then he would fight with the other guys, the other turtles, but at the same time he would talk and say stuff.
Do you think these guys play poker like on the weekends?
Like the foot soldiers?
Yeah.
Just like on the downtime?
Well, according to the original live-action movie, they sit around and do drugs and smoke cigarettes when they're 13 and ride skateboards and play.
Won't that stunk their
video
growth?
games. They're rebels, man.
I heard skateboarding is stunk your growth.
Is that what happened to you?
And that, to me, kind of just epitomized what this was all about. Being on the screen, talking, fighting with the other turtles.
This is hard.
Well, it's not hard so much as taking a long time. What do you think a foot soldier makes in a year?
The way they're fighting, I'd say 25.
25?
No benefits.
Well, no, I mean, they don't last that long. They can promise them whatever, you know?
They're still doing better than Walmart.
They're not going to make it.
Even Shredder's not that evil. Oh. Do you think they formed a union?
At the very least, a close brotherhood.
Well, they just all drink together after their shifts. Talk about forming a union. It just never happens.
You know what we should do? You know what we should totally do?
Another year, another Turtles game, and another Ryan's birthday. Now seriously, like a completely different Ryan. There are more than one. I know that's really hard to believe. It's just what it is. And they both like Ninja Turtles. And one lived in Ohio. You don't care. These people could not have been more different. This one was weird. He had like a mole, but it was like on the center of his forehead. This guy was like a firewalker. He had like a BB gun and like a case, and a xylophone. I mean, you talk about an existential nihilist. This guy with the BB gun, remember that? Remember that he had a BB gun and a like a whale casket. It was big. Turtles 3: The Manhattan Project was a continuation of the arcade game tradition, pitting two players against another swarm of middle-aged pajama enthusiasts. This time beginning on the beaches of Florida, after Shredder decides to lift the entire city of New York into the air. Bingo at the VFW was probably moved to Thursday. If walking simulators are your thing, you're gonna do okay. Along the journey up to the Big Apple, you will encounter the most inclusive cast of a licensed franchise I can remember. Bebop, Rocksteady, Slash, Ground Chuck. I don't know him. Leatherhead, Toka, Razar, Krang, and even Super Shredder all make an appearance in grand form. If there's a Nintendo game out there that delivers the whole package better than this one, then don't I don't want to know. Okay? I don't want to hear about it. I don't want you to comment. Oh, you're gonna comment. Because that's what people do on YouTube. They say things and then people respond to them. and things get hairy. Turtles 3 is a must-have for any serious Nintendo enthusiast, and one of my personal favorites.
Andy Donatello grew up in Brooklyn, and you could see that when he was on the screen with Raphael talking with the Turtles.
Just
Guys. Can't we all just get along? Guys, there's lasers. No, there's lasers.
Playing with him is just like playing with myself.
Guys, those windows open. Do not need to destroy private property.
I'm so sick of replacing windows.
Oh my god.
Flying toasters.
No!
Oh. Found that. That's nice.
I enjoy the Eastman and Laird comics now that I'm older, and if I had $1 bazillion, I would have all those issues, but I do not.
If you want to buy it for $30 on eBay, you can't. Because it's mine.
I remember seeing the Eastman and Laird comics in the comic book shop, but they were in that section where you couldn't, that I wasn't allowed to look at. It was next to like Frank Miller's Hard Boiled and things like that, with people's faces exploding and boobs and stuff. Savage Sword of Conan was in there too. So I wasn't allowed to get those comics. I had to wait. So I was 12.
Hey, I know that guy.
Hey, that's our rat.
Good turtle.
Who's this?
I forget his name. He's from the cartoon.
He's a bird of some sort.
Rocket Birdman of Akastros.
Yeah, that's exactly what it
That's
is.
absolutely right. I didn't realize.
I just took a guess.
This guy's a jerk. It's like they wanted to take kids' quarters. Oh, take that, Birdman!
God. Day 4, epic journey. Finally made it.
Look at him stand up like he did something.
Look at me! Take my turtles!
Ah, so you're gonna challenge my leadership, are ya? Well, I just might have to. Well, we're gonna have to do it the right way. We're gonna have to have it out like real Ninja Turtle men. I know that was completely ridiculous, and I'm sorry that made the show. But I have a lot of free time, and sometimes you just have to be true to yourself. You just have to really just show the world what you enjoy. '91 would bring with it the final game of our feature set, and the end-all be-all to Co-op Arcade Game Classic console ports. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time, brought the arcade sequel of the original arcade classic to the Super Nintendo in glorious form. With improved graphics that all but matched the coinop's version, the game paved the way for 2 players to defeat Shredder in all 16 of the 16 bits available at the time. As adventure goes, this one has the Turtles stuck in a time warp after Shredder steals the Statue of Liberty as a means to bait and trap them forever in the past. Again, Shakespeare. This leads our ninja brothers on a trip through various timelines ranging from 65 million years ago. The Old West. a pirate ship in time, and an incredibly realistic future. The title was so popular that in August of 2009, Konami partnered with Ubisoft to remake the classic for release on both the 360 and PS3 in honor of the 25th anniversary of the franchise.
Major League Butt Kicking is back in town! Oh yeah!
Only to have it mysteriously disappear from sale after someone got a stick up their ass. Of all the Turtles games, Turtles in Time stands out as the pinnacle for the 8 and 16-bit era, combining all the best elements of the past entries into one complete package that everyone should have the privilege of experiencing.
I think we should play the zone. I got the bottom right corner. Oh my god. I just got breath spray. Giant breath spray is killing us all.
How has the franchise influenced me as a person? I don't know. It was one of the first toy lines that I obsessively collected on, so that definitely set up what has become my life at this point, which is accumulating junk. We had the sewer playset.
Oh yeah? That's cool.
The sewer plates. Really?
Yeah.
I never had that. I had cardboard and water.
We built
I
a
made
Pterodome out of big
Duct tape.
styrofoam packing things.
I had a girlfriend.
You didn't.
Oh, it's Krang!
It's Baby Man! Not only did I not have the Turtles action figures and a sewer plate.
How old were you? 7? You probably had a smoking habit too.
Well, in '89, you were what, 27?
Yeah, you were probably into He-Man as an older adult.
Oh, nice.
I actually remember watching people beat this game.
Hanging out in the arcade.
Yeah, at Showbiz Pizza. Yeah, I watched them beat it. I wasn't as tall.
I found it really difficult with the special to get that one to land. Raphael does like a roll and then but with his feet. I couldn't get my feet up far enough. And if you're just a little bit higher than, or just a little bit higher or lower, not on the same plane as the bad guy that you're trying to hit, you just go right by him and you look like an idiot. Which I looked like an idiot most of the game anyway. Falling into holes, getting electrocuted. I think I got burnt up one time. Flamethrower, yeah, at the end. Anyway, got turned into a baby turtle. That was not good tactics. Don't do that. Don't get hit by Shredder's ray gun. Oh, Shredder.
How long does this game take? I don't even need to get a soda. It's a pistol mess. Well, we were getting together. We got together. We're here together. For to play the game of the Turtles, the Ninja Turtles game. And then we beat it. Beat the game.
Don't worry, I'll do it.
We'll all do it together.
Oh!
It's getting red. It's getting hot.
Oh!
Did we do this? Did we do this?
Is this the end of the game?
No. Yes.
I need to go get a drink.
Do it.
Well, that's it for the premiere episode of Debacle. I hope you enjoyed our adventure into all things ninja and turtle. If you enjoyed this episode, I encourage you to subscribe and press the like button. If you did not, I encourage you to subscribe and press the like button. Regardless of what you think, please let us know in the comments section below, or better yet, on our Facebook page, where we'll keep everybody involved and posted and commented and whatever you do on a Facebook page.
The Foot Clan was building power.
Next up on the channel, the very first episode of Longbox Talks, where you can enjoy Adam and Andy as they discuss the wonderings of all things comic related.
The ninjas in Daredevil are called the Hand, so
Eastman and Laird called their ninjas the Foot.
right.
Subtle.
Covering both current releases and heartfelt classics in the most interesting ways they can muster. As for the channel itself, you can look forward to monthly episodes from our amazing team to keep you occupied with both video game and comic book coverage throughout the year ahead. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I'm Everett Edward, and this is Debacle. Mr. Hart, are you ready for the first season of Debacle?
Mr. Edwards, I was born ready.
Doing Star Wars. Yeah, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody that. Yeah, it'll be a surprise.